It's Christmas time. I've got my eggnog, so we are doing our top 10 Christmas movies. That's right, top 10. We're trying out a new little format. And so what we're going to do, we're each going to have a top 10. Number 10 is going to get 1 point. Number 1 is going to get 10 points, and the rest in between. And at the end, you want to stick around till the end because we are going to count up all the points and see what the top 3 are. So I'm Brody. That's Tudong.
Hey.
And that's Charlie.
Hello.
And so let's go ahead and get right into this. There's that fade. It's the bane of my existence, that fade. All right. So what's going to happen? They're all going to come out at the same time. We're not taking turns. They're all coming out. And we're just going to go down the line. You guys ready for your top 10s?
Ready.
Yeah.
All right. There's the 10s. Okay. Tudong, Frosty the Snowman.
Happy birthday. 1969. Frosty,
Nice.
You put the hat on, he turns into a snowman. Beautiful. Can't get better than that. Christmas.
Well, I'm surprised you had this on your list and not Hot Frosty. That's on Netflix now.
I don't have Netflix.
That's the only reason. There it is.
Never even heard of that.
Oh, it's basically the same Frosty except he has abs.
Oh, interesting.
He has abs.
And he learns abs.
Oh, abs. Yeah.
He's a hot Frosty. Come on.
I'm on board.
Charlie,
Candy
Muppets.
cane, son.
Charlie, I'm surprised Muppets is this low for you.
You know, so I did my list and kind of like, you know, look at this point, my Christmas watching is largely driven by what I can watch with my family. But the movies I ranked higher are movies that I would watch by myself. And then this is not one that I would watch by myself. And if I can't watch it with the kids, it's also ranked a little lower. But I love this. I love my Muppets. I love the Dickens Christmas Carol. I've got actually I think 2 more. Spoiler alert: 2 more representations of it on my list. So I'm all in. Kermit D. Frog says Michael Caine even thinks this is one of his favorite all-time roles.
Really?
So it's good. Yeah, he really liked it. And who am I to disagree with Michael Caine, the best
Michael
Alfred
Caine.
of all time?
Ooh, I don't know about that. He's good. I don't know about the best though.
Pretty good, bro.
You know who would have made a great Alfred? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh man,
You
that
like
is a
segue?
Sinbad. That is no.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, man.
You know, is it the best? No, but that's why it's at number 10. It's still fun. It's still very much
Is it?
90s.
Is it?
It is. It is. Hey,
Is it though? Is it though?
when he goes and fights all the Santas and there's the big ripped
Oh,
Santa.
yeah.
Come on.
You are always saying that you don't like it when Santas are mean, but you like the Santa fight.
Yeah, it's Schwarzenegger.
But those guys are.
Schwarzenegger's beating them down. He's
I don't know.
beating them down, and they deserve it.
I have no answer for that, Charlie. No, and it's Schwarzenegger.
Fair.
I love Schwarzenegger, so it had to be on my list. Is it one that I revisit all the time? No, but it's still fun, so it's there.
It is very 90s if you're in the mood for that nostalgia for sure.
Very 90s, very 90s. Okay, are you guys ready for number 9?
Speaking of
yeah.
90s, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. All
Yeah,
right.
Charlie Brown Christmas. You got the when was that? 65. Jeez, these guys are
65.
older and older. When he took out that little Christmas tree, and everybody's like, "Oh, what the hey!" And then Linus has his little say, "Beautiful." I love it. I think looking at things like that are fantastic. They don't have to be gorgeous; they just have to be there, and they have to love you.
The Vince Guaraldi's music for this is excellent, and the instrumental version of Christmas Time is here is one of my favorites. I don't really like it when the kids are singing it, when people sing it. Christmas time is here, but I like the instrumental piano version. Oh, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Charlie, Love Actually. Is that a
I love
Christmas
Love
movie?
Actually. It is wholeheartedly a Christmas movie. Every story revolves around Christmas, and the central theme of the movie is kind of like Bill Nye, I like his stuff. He kind of gives away the game in the beginning because he's like an old washed up rock star who's like changing a song to just one word to Christmas to recapture some fame. The whole movie is very shallow. It is like a money grab. It is like a directed to try to make you feel in the feels. It's schmaltzy. A lot of the plot lines really do not hold up well. You've got like a 17-year-old Keira Knightley getting seduced by like, and I just watched this recently. And I didn't even remember that like the guy didn't even get to know her. It wasn't like, oh man, you're marrying this girl who I've known my whole life and she's so smart and so intelligent that I just really love her. He just thought she was pretty. That's it. He didn't get to know her at all. And he's over there confessing his undying love for his best friend's wife. Horrible plot line. And even still, I watched it and I know what it's trying to manipulate in me and it still works. I love, and it's a fun movie, and it is kind of fun. Like I didn't remember that all the references like to 9/11 in the beginning. The script must have been written pre 9/11 because so much of it takes place around Heathrow Airport, and so they kind of like toss in a little bit about that in the beginning, and then like there's all these like scenes at airports throughout. But you know, there's enough good stories that it's still a fun romantic one to watch around Christmas. But a surprising amount of nudity, so don't watch it with the kids.
I saw it once. Don't have really any interest to watch it again.
And I've never seen it, so I'll probably never will.
It didn't make me feel good. It didn't feel like a happy Christmas movie. It was very sad.
It's a bunch of vignettes about love. What do you mean very sad?
No.
Love is very sad.
Love makes Brody sad. Beating up Santa makes Brody happy. You know what's scary? Polar Express. Man, that's a terrifying movie.
Okay, well, hold on. So the story is great. I love the story of Polar Express. Yes, the animation is dated and doesn't look good and a little dead inside. And this is a movie that I really want them to remake because I really like the story. I had the book as a kid. I really liked the book. The movie came out. I liked the movie. Wasn't crazy about the animation. And it's just aged worse and worse as time gets on. So I want a remake, but for now it's there because the story, I do like the story about believing in Santa Claus. I'm a sucker for Santa Claus, man. So there's my number 9. All right, moving right along to number 8. Now, Charlie,
number 8.
Oh, I wanted to ask Charlie about his. Charlie, this is the Chronicles, right?
Yeah, Christmas Chronicles, not to be confused with Christmas Chronicles 2, which not as good. But I love Kurt Russell as Santa. Yeah. I think he's one of my favorite on-screen Santas of all time. And this is a fun one. We just watched this with the kids again this year, and even my little 5-year-old enjoyed it. It was.
I haven't seen it all the way through. Should I check it out?
You haven't seen this all the way through? You absolutely should watch this. You would really love, as someone who loves Santa, you would really love this movie because he's a great Santa, and it starts sad. Like, it gives you sad in the beginning, you know, and like it starts off like a classic Disney movie with a dead parent, and then you know the Christmas magic is gone, but there's hope on the horizon in the form of Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
He does look like a really good Santa Claus, and I did enjoy his portrayal.
It's a fun. You would love this movie, bro. I'm surprised that you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I gotta see it. I gotta see it all the way through. How about that? More than just the end.
Yes.
Tudong. Christmas Story.
Yes. Christmas Story. I don't care a lot. This isn't something that I revisit too much. I don't like the whole bullying aspect of it. But I will say I really do love the
The bullying
that Santa was fantastic.
Santa?
He should have, instead of pushing him down the slide with his foot, he should have kicked him.
He
knocked him right out. He didn't kick him, bro. He kicked him. His teeth would be flying out of his face. He just kind of pushed him with his foot.
Yeah, a little nudge.
Yeah, but I remember it always reminds me of the time where it was myself and my brother and my dad, and we were looking for a restaurant to be open. I think the only one was a Chinese restaurant. Fantastic actual movie, the whole thing put together. It's what inspired Wonder Years. And it, what is it, 1983. This is only the first, I think, of 3 1983 movies on my list.
Wow.
Can I ask you guys a quick trivia question?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
How many Christmas Story sequels have they made?
3.
1.
The correct answer is 3.
Really? Oh.
They did make a Christmas
What are they
Story
called?
2 that like had nothing to do with the original. And then they made a Merry Christmas or Christmas Story Christmas.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and then there was some other one.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, so
don't watch the other ones.
Yeah.
real quick story. I saw Christmas Story when I was young, and the Santa scene bothered me so much that it became like this. Just the idea of the movie like really bothered me. And so it's just I don't have a place in my heart for that movie.
Hey, when Santa puts you on the slide, you go down the slide. If you stop, you do deserve to get kicked in the face. He just pushed him, but he deserved to get kicked.
No,
Poor
I
little
don't
kid.
like mean
He just got
Santas.
shot in the face because of it.
Which brings me to my number 8, Violent Night. Okay, so when I heard about this and I saw the trailer, I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I don't like mean Santas. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, I kind of want to see that. And then I watched it and I was like, okay, I actually kind of love this movie. David Harbour is a fun Santa, and it's kind of like a Die Hard. He's going in, he's saving a family. Yes, he's beating up the bad guys. Yes, he's doing all this stuff and throwing ornaments and stars and all sorts of stuff and killing people. But it was.
Did they kick anybody in the face?
I don't remember.
Not kids though.
He
not
didn't
kids.
kick any kids.
Oh,
Any kids like that
Well, then
mean
it's
Santa in
preposterous.
Christmas Story. No, this Santa, he's out to save people. And if he's got to kill some people to do it, that's just what could happen. But I really enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's really fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. This is I'll try to give it a watch.
All right. Number 7. Is Trading
Another
Places
19
a Christmas movie?
Absolutely. Dan Aykroyd dresses up as Santa Claus, first of all. There's a Christmas party in it, and there's people wishing each other Merry Christmas. Eddie Murphy is absolutely fantastic in this. This is back when he was just an absolute genius. Dan Aykroyd was in it as well, so was Jamie Lee Curtis, 1983. It keeps coming back for more and more.
Charlie gave us grief when we were planning this about possibly putting Die Hard on. So I purposely didn't put Die Hard on.
I avoided Die Hard too. I avoided a lot of the movies that are kind of like this, but this is one that it just kind of makes sense. It takes place during Christmas. Dan Aykroyd dresses up as Santa Claus.
Look, I don't want to derail things too much, but what after I had my list together, I did look up some like best Christmas movie lists, and the Harry Potter one kept popping up on there, and it got me thinking. In the Harry Potter universe, when they're celebrating Christmas, are they celebrating it in a way where they don't believe that there is a God? Or in a way where they believe that Jesus existed and he was like some kind of wizard who maybe used his powers in the Muggleverse? Or is Jesus like a miracle worker, but if he came to the Harry Potter universe and he's like, watch me, I'm going to turn some water into wine, and I rose from the dead, and Voldemort's like, hold my beer. I don't like what are the depths of the theological implications of Christmas in the Harry Potter universe?
That sounds like a rabbit hole that we do not have time to get into tonight. It's a very good question, and I'm probably going to.
That's what I've been thinking about all week.
Nice.
Well,
so
bah
Charlie,
humbug.
Scrooged.
I love the. It's not the most heartwarming of movies. And I know like Bill Murray and Richard Donner didn't really get along, and but I like it. It's good. I still enjoy watching it. I'll pop it on during the season. It's good. It's funny, and based on Dylan's reaction, maybe it makes his list a little higher up. So I will only say good things about it. I love it, and I love me some Bill Murray, and it's a fun little twist on the Dickens tale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of Dickens, hey, I have Muppet Christmas Carol too, just like you, Charlie. Although I like it, I like it a little bit more.
A little bit more. It's okay.
Great. It's great. I love it. It's a fun watch. My kids don't like the Muppets, so I don't get to watch it that much.
What do you mean they don't like the Muppets?
My kids don't like the Muppets.
What Muppets have you shown them to make them not like it?
They don't like them. They think they're creepy. So
show them the Great Muppet Caper, bro. Show them the Great Muppet Caper. It's my daughter's favorite movie.
We have watched the Muppet Christmas Carol, and they still don't like it. So
Have you watched what about the reboot, like with Jason Segel?
I did. That's the one that I watched with my youngest when she was sick the other day, and she was like,
"What the heck?
We even finished it, and she was like, I still don't like it."
Why? Have you shown them the Great Muppet Caper yet, bro?
No.
With original Muppets, actual real Muppets, not like the ridiculous bad voice. Unbelievable.
I don't know. They think they're creepy. But that's beside the point. Muppet Christmas Carol is great. I love it.
It is great.
Okay. Number 6. All right. We have a crossover.
You?
All right. Charlie and I both. Charlie, that is Home Alone, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
In the art of the Scream.
I just wanted to make sure. Hey, man.
Yeah, I always try to pick weird posters, and it probably throws you guys off. Sorry about that.
I know you do. Home Alone, man. Home Alone is great. It's still, and this is a movie that I still enjoy watching, and it still touches my heart every time. When the mom walks in, and he smiles and goes and hugs her. Fills me with joy.
It's a fun movie, and my family really likes it. And this is one that I did a complete 180 on, because when it first came out, I just had no interest in it. And this is like, this list is so funny to me as I was putting it together, because it's so different than what I liked in my 20s. Back when I really liked dysfunctional family stuff. Like that was like my favorite, because it made me feel more normal about my family. And then you get older and you have your own family, and it's like, man, I really love those ones that just make you feel good. The nice families. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Although she does abandon her son and forget that he exists, but that's okay. She's a good mom.
Wait, this isn't the dysfunctional one? How are they functional in any possible way?
No, the movie makes you feel good.
Dysfunctional family.
You went to college with, as to, they all die in the end. That's a good movie. That was my, I loved the sad, and, it would be great. This movie would be even better if everyone had a death scene. Come on.
And now instead of saying my movie collection was good, my movie collection was called the Suicide Collection. That's right. You like all of them quirky and sad, but mine makes people kill themselves.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, you had a pretty sad collection, man, even by my standards.
Good point.
So, Dylan, Nightmare Before Christmas, that's number 6, man. That's pretty low. I thought that would have been much higher for you.
No. I actually lost a lot of love for Tim Burton, and he didn't even direct this anyways. But he still has to have his name above the freaking title. Ridiculous. Although I do love Jack Skellington. And what was her name?
Sally.
What? Who?
Sally.
Sally? What are you talking about?
Sally.
That's it. Yeah. Sally. Yeah, that was great. The actual movie is great, and the fact that it's voiced by the head vampire in Fright Night, it just makes it even better.
Good one. I have a feeling it might show up later. Sneak peek.
It might.
I haven't seen the list, so I have no clue.
All right, number 5's. Oh, hey, there's Nightmare Before Christmas, Charlie.
Yeah, and this is just a what movies do I like the best list. Well, it would obviously be very different, and I like this one probably more than some of the ones that are going to appear ahead of it. But man, we watched this at Halloween. Like, we haven't watched it once this Christmas season, because both my younger kids like really fell in love with this movie this year. So we wore it out at Halloween. It was just on, and then we watched just the music version. So now it's like Christmas season, and it's just like burned in my brain. It's like a Halloween movie. It does both. It does both really well, and you could argue it's more
right
of a Christmas
after
movie.
Halloween. It's not a Halloween.
The whole movie. This is Halloween. The whole movie is about scaring and spooking and Halloweening and trying to figure out a Christmas. But thematically, it's certainly more dark and fit in tone with the Halloween season than the Christmas season. It's not like a heart feeling good, wonderful film all the way through. There's oogie boogieing and insects crawling and people tearing off their face like scary clowns with tearaway face. Anyway, it's a Christmas movie. It's on my list. It's number 5. It'd be even higher, but man, I'm telling you, we watched this like 100 times at Halloween.
Nice. Now, Edward Scissorhands, you were just ranting and raving about Tim Burton.
Yeah, well, okay, that's true. However, I will say this is one of his first and easily one of his best. Also, one of Johnny Depp's best performances. There's a lot of negatives about this. I give it a pass. Winona Ryder's in it. But you know what? It is Christmassy through and through. It's a classic. It's all of these are pretty much more or less classics, but this is definitely a classic on this list. I was like, it has to be on my top 5.
Interesting. I'm not sure if I
haven't watched this in ages
as a Christmas movie.
Look at knowing. Yeah,
there's a
Christmas lights.
Yes, there is a Christmas scene. Yeah, like at the end, but it's not like this is a Christmas movie.
He dresses up as Santa Claus in a deleted scene.
Brody, I'm so proud of you, Brody, for conceding once and for all that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. That long hard fought battle is over, and that we.
It is, but you told me I couldn't. Hey, if Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie, and if Love Actually is a Christmas movie, Die Hard can be a Christmas movie. It takes place. Yeah,
Love Actually
on Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie, bro.
It's a Christmas
every
party.
Story is about Christmas.
And so is
Love
Die
Actually
Hard.
the whole movie is Christmas.
It takes
the
place.
whole movie. If you take Christmas out of the movie, it doesn't make any sense. Die Hard could have just as easily been a promotional party. It has nothing to do with any excuse to have an office party, and that movie works exactly the same with no difference.
But
if you take Christmas out of Love Actually, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
There would be no music if you took Christmas out because most of the music is all Christmas music.
They would just put different music in and it would sound just as good.
And Love Actually could be Valentine's Day.
Now I have a machine gun. Happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have a machine gun. End of line, and that's fine.
Love Actually could be a Valentine's Day movie then.
It wouldn't make any sense. The guy would change the love song from being about love to being about love.
Yeah.
all the stories at some point in time say maybe just because it's Christmas, I'm going to confess my love for you.
Make it a Halloween movie.
You haven't watched this in a long time. I didn't even remember how central Christmas was to the plot until we watched it again. Every storyline, they're buying Christmas gifts, they're Christmas shopping, it's Christmas trees. The whole movie takes place at Christmas. That's the whole point.
Same with
There's
Die
even
Hard.
a countdown.
Takes
4
place
weeks to
at
Christmas, 3 weeks to Christmas, 2 weeks to Christmas. There's like a running clock that's ticking down. You think Die Hard has a running clock that he's got? It's all Christmas related. He's shooting ornaments at the people. It doesn't make any sense. When we let Die Hard in the gate, then we're letting everything in the gate. We're letting Harry Potter in the gate. We're letting Lethal Weapon in the gate. We're letting Edward Scissorhands and Trading Places, and you're letting in anything that like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You're letting in anything that
I almost threw that in. I really almost did.
Has ever done, because he always puts Christmas in all his movies. Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Yes. Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. All right.
Now, it sounds like I don't think those are Christmas movies. If they make you feel good at Christmas, watch them and love them, and they can be your Christmas movies. They just know that they don't count on a professional level.
Professional,
they're not officially Christmas movies. That's not the genre that they are. If I asked you to describe Iron Man 3 for me, you would say, well, it's Christmas.
Iron Man at Christmas.
Yeah,
it's real Christmassy is the theme. You wouldn't say that. You'd say it's an action superhero movie. It's got a lot of fighting sequences, and yeah, it happens to take place at Christmas, but that's not a central theme to it.
All right. Well, speaking of Christmas, let's do our number
Charlie
4s.
Brown's garbage. Get it out of here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about mine. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Crazy bald-headed kid.
It's short. It's sweet. It's great. It has a great message. I love it. It's an easy watch to do. It's like 35 minutes or something like that. Did you just thumbs down Charlie Brown's Christmas?
Get out of here with that nonsense.
What's wrong with you?
Bob humbug to Charlie Brown. I'm all fired up now.
Oh, we'll just wait till the number 4s. Here we go. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'll start. So Elf. Hey, Elf is definitely a Christmas movie. Somehow this became like one of the preeminent Christmas movies. It's everywhere. It's just become like a really great Christmas movie that gets watched every year. It's all over the place. And I think it's still super funny. My kids don't like it. They think he's too weird. My kids, now that I'm saying that, my kids are very picky with movies, apparently. But my
Apparently.
Love the
sons,
Great Muppet Caper, bro. They'd love the Great Muppet Caper. That's a quality Muppet movie right there.
my oldest son is like, I don't like that. He's too weird. So, but it's still funny. I still get great enjoyment, and it still touches my heart when they're all singing. When his dad sings at the end, come on now, beautiful, beautiful. But the Grinch, that's not beautiful.
That's gorgeous. Boris Karloff voices the Grinch. Yeah, he takes like a branch and ties it around his dog's head and is like, "You're now a flying reindeer." Beautiful. You have got Cindy Lou Who, which is a great name that just wants a glass of water. His heart expands like 5, 20, 100 times. I don't even know. Bust the little calculating thing. Gorgeous. And he dressed up as Santa Claus.
Did you like the remakes?
I'm not going to talk about the remakes, bro. I didn't put the remakes on here. I put this one on here. It's the only one that exists.
Fair enough. All right, Charlie, I think that's Christmas Vacation.
It sure is, Brody. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. If you zoom in now, you can see more of the detail. But yeah, this is a fun Christmas movie, and I've had some ups and downs with this one. I've gone from loving it to being like, oh man, I can't stand this, and then bam, back again, baby. Fun fact, the character Bethany, the older lady who's in the movie, she's a little out there. Yeah, Bethany.
Yeah,
that's the voice of Betty Boop from like the 1937.
Oh, really?
Wow.
What a lucky goyle. Yeah, she's Betty Boop. So I didn't know that, but now I do, and now you do.
Oh, there we go.
Bethany, Betty Boop.
Nice.
All right, number
Nothing says
3.
Christmas like Chevy Chase.
Oh, hey! Now I've got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon. Whatever happened to National Lampoon? They fell off the map, didn't they?
I think they're still making movies.
They just let everybody put it on there.
Well, Christmas Vacation is absolutely one of those classic movies. There is some, like the I remember watching it with my kids, forgetting about the pool scene when he's fantasizing, and I was like, whoop. I was like, boy, that didn't need to be in there. But everything else, it's still funny. It still makes me laugh. It's still super quotable.
It's very quotable.
So it's great. I love it. I try to watch it every year, but not always. Don't always get to it.
Charlie, what's yours?
So mine is Spirited, which is an Apple Plus Christmas movie with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. It is a modern retelling of the Charles Dickens classic. It is the third incarnation of that on my list, and it is really fun. It's a musical. And look, the music's okay. It's not like the most creative musical, but
just okay.
But it's okay. It's a lot of like 1-5-6-4 progressions and a lot of like reused themes, and the singers are more actors than they are singers, and that's all. But it's all great. It all works. It's my number 3. Don't twist this like I'm saying it's bad. It is fantastic. It is really a lot of fun. There's palpable chemistry between the leads. It makes it. We just watched this again. We watched this since its debut. We've watched this every Christmas. Makes me laugh. I still tear up. I think it does a nice job of capturing a real modern feel, but like still kind of like giving you the nostalgia of the Christmas story, the Christmas tale, the Christmas story that it's kind of like repurposing. But man, it is really good. It's really effective, and I think it manages to pull on your heartstrings without being really cheesy about pulling on your heartstrings. Like where Love Actually, I feel like they're really trying to forcefully manipulate you to feel. This one just kind of, it's a little bit more natural in the way that it approaches that, and I think it really works really well. And Dylan, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it's good.
It is good.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I feel kind of bad. I'm the only one that didn't have a Charles Dickens Christmas Carol version for my number 3. Because Dylan, you have Mickey's Christmas Carol.
That's right. One of the first Christmas carols that I had seen when I was a kid, and the first time I've seen I've seen Scrooge McDuck as Ebenezer Scrooge. Also, 1983. It's a third 1983 on here. This is one of the first, and I absolutely love this one. One of my favorite adaptations of A Christmas Carol.
You're blowing my mind right now. I completely forgot that this was a thing that existed, and now I'm having like floods of memories coming back of like watching it. Like it's like I love that scene. We're sitting on all the food and like oh man, like having like all these like little flashes of my childhood. Like oh yeah, I have seen that.
I should rewatch.
Thank you for that.
That's great.
I know, right? I want to go watch it now.
Yeah, it's great.
Number twos. Oh, that's a variety there. Dylan, tell us about Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1964. This one gets me every single time. I absolutely love Rudolph. I love all of the characters. The abominable snowman. Like I can't remember what the fawn who was crushing on him. Like when she sings, "There's always tomorrow."
Bambi.
No, not Bambi. Luckily. There's Cornelius. Oh, and then there's that crazy elf who wants to be a freaking dentist psychopath. All of these, just by looking at his face, I see that, and that's how I see like dogs and cats and like any kinds of anything like that. They're just so happy with their great big eyes and smiles, and he gets sad, and we're gonna skip past that part. I don't want to even see it. We're gonna make sure he's nice and happy.
Dylan likes movies about bullying. You can just feel it in his list. But hey, remember, kids, as long as you have some utility, people will enjoy you at some point.
He had friends before.
I'm teasing, man. I like it. It is a fun movie. It is fun. I'm just teasing.
The Island of Misfit Toys. Come on, that's great.
The dentist thing is so random and out there that gets me every time.
Want to be a dentist?
All right, now Klaus.
Am I correct in thinking that neither of you have seen this?
I can't remember if I've seen it. I might have seen it.
I don't believe that you've seen it because I think if you've seen it, it would be on your list.
Okay.
Because it's like it's got to be like one of the best Santa reimaginings of all time. Okay. It is really fantastically done with the voice acting. The animation is great. The storyline is wonderful. This is one that gets me weepy a little bit by the end. We've watched this with the family every chance we get that since it's been out. And this is an Oscar nominated film right here. This isn't just a schmaltzy little deal here. This is a good movie. And a picture in the fields. Actors you know of. Yeah. Can I interest you in a little J.K. Simmons? You guys know that guy? You like him a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about Jonathan Schwartzman? You know, a little bit of Schwartzy. Or did I say Jonathan?
You did.
I didn't mean Jonathan. I meant Jason, his brother, Jason.
Oh,
Schwartz.
Jason Schwartz. Nice. Now we're talking.
What about Rashida Jones? You remember her from Parks and Rec or The Office?
The Office, yeah.
You know, there's some other names that you would recognize if I put their picture up.
Where's this? Is this streaming anywhere?
It's a Netflix one.
I'll have to watch it then.
It's really good. It's safe for the whole family, but one that I would be more than happy to watch alone. My kids, my older boys will look at me now when something's sad. Like they're always like, I feel like they're always like tear testing me.
They're waiting for.
They look back at me. They look back at me like with a little grin, like this part's gonna get them. So now I feel like I gotta try to toughen up when I watch the movies. Look, I'm a sensitive guy. I like to envelop myself into the story and really kind of let go a little bit. It's healthy to shed a few tears when something's striking the old emotional chords, and they just kind of watch me. So no, this doesn't bother me at all. I'm gonna scroll my phone, and then but when I watch it alone, I can. It's a beautiful story. He loved his wife so much. Oh, he carves the little things out of the wood. Oh.
Nice.
If you haven't seen it, see it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So I had Spirited. Yeah, Spirited, man. It's great. It's so good. And I'm so annoyed that Apple is like, the only way you can watch this is to subscribe to our streaming. Can't buy it. Can't buy a disc. Can't buy it digitally. You got to subscribe to see it. And I'm like, every year I'm like, okay, what free trial can I get so that I can watch this? But it's great. I love it. I love the leads. I love the music. I'm not as technically sound as Charlie is. So it all just sounds good to me. He's talking about 3, 4, 5s, 1, 3, 4s. I don't know.
1, 5, 6, 4s. Doesn't matter. It's all good.
it's all great. The dance numbers are great.
The dancing is great.
The just every, you know, the Good Afternoon song just cracks me up.
That's a great one. And Dame Judi Dench's cameo there.
Yeah. You know, we just watched this 3 nights ago. It was kind of got kicking off the holiday season. So it's great.
You tear up a little bit when you watch it, right, bro?
Sure.
You get a little misty. Yeah.
But it's great. This is one that we've watched every year since it's come out, and I think we're gonna keep watching it every year.
It's great.
It's so good. Tudong, you gotta check this one out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you've made it this far, you know, you must be liking something. So I would really encourage you to hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can come back here and check us out, because we're putting out stuff like this all the time. So we would really appreciate it. It would do a lot of good to us, and that stuff. I don't know what that was. There's some laughing. I don't know. Something got mixed in with the file there.
That was from The Office. That was Steve Carell's.
Yeah, it sounded like a Steve Carell thing. So who knows? But yeah, so hit that stuff. All right. With that being said, let's move on to the number ones. All right, Tudong, Scrooged.
Love this. I understand that maybe Bill Murray didn't exactly get along with the director, but I do not care. It is absolutely heartwarming. The end, especially when he's like yell crying at us, and it's just like, all right, I'm going to tell everybody home. I think he's hilarious. I think everybody in this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, like Robert Mitchum's even in it as like the head of the whole like company. It's a fantastic movie. This is the kind of one that I don't want to get through like the season without having seen this. I think it is heartwarming, and for some reason he mistakes a waiter for Richard Pryor and douses him with water. I know exactly what it is, but I'm like, you thought he was Richard Pryor. Even as a kid, I was like, what? Sorry, some guy gets caught in a baked Alaska and he's seeing it, but it's not actually happening. It's an excellent movie, and Bill Murray is fantastic in it. I love this movie.
Apparently, I need to watch this one again. It's been a while. So,
yeah, worth your time.
Charlie.
You want me to talk about Elf, Road?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you were saying that this has become a Christmas classic, you think this is like the greatest Christmas movie of all time, according to my list. This is a really fun one, and my kids, who are far less discerning with their movie enjoying experiences than your children, apparently, Brody, they absolutely love this, and will just laugh like a bunch of, you know, we're just like we laugh like a bunch of idiots when we watch this together as a family, and the fact that it still cracks them up makes me laugh even more. And over the past few years, I've run into some like videos. Like, it was really funny hearing Will Ferrell talk about James Caan, who like the whole time they were making this was like, I don't get it. You're not funny. To like Will Ferrell, and like would have repeatedly say like, I don't understand, and then and he's like, okay, thank you, you know, and the whole movie is just kind of like, I don't understand, and then finally he saw the movie and he's like, I get it now, you're very funny, and you know, gave him a hug, and it was great, it was wonderful. That's but it's just really funny to imagine the making of this movie the whole time. James Caan's like, what are we doing here? I don't get it. Forget about it. This is terrible. I was in The Godfather. What am I doing here? Sonny Corleone, man, come on. It's a fun movie.
Sure.
Right, Nightmare Before Christmas, Brody.
Nightmare Before Christmas is my number one. It's such a good. I love it as a Christmas movie. You can watch it anytime, but I love watching it during Christmas time, and just the idea that the King of Halloween wants to put on Christmas and thinks he can do it better, and just kind of ruining it, and having that self-realization, and then going back and becoming the hero and saving Santa Claus. And it's one of the times that the soundtrack is actually better than the movie, because the soundtrack has this opening and a closing done by Patrick Stewart that is not in the movie. It's done.
I remember you telling me about that, and I was just like, doesn't that mean it's not as good of a movie as? No, if the soundtrack is better.
I'm not saying the soundtrack is better. The opening and the closing are better. Like, you hear it on the soundtrack. You hear Patrick Stewart do it, and you're like, it's so good. And then it goes to the movie, and you hear the actor of Santa Claus doing it, and you're like, It's not as good as Patrick Stewart.
Not Patrick. He's not Patrick.
There's no Patrick
That's true.
Stewart.
But this, I love this. I've loved this since I was a kid. I've got like all the songs memorized. I love it. We're gonna watch this December because in December there is a Friday the 13th. So we're watching Nightmare Before Christmas on Friday the 13th in December because it's perfect. Perfect. So all right. Well, so
Are you glad
now
they never made a sequel? Are you glad they never made a sequel to this, or do you wish that they would have by now?
I think I'm glad that they didn't make a sequel. I'm not sure that it would catch the same kind of magic that Nightmare Before Christmas did. It's better just left in your imagination on the different doors and stuff like that. So
That's good.
all right. So what we did is we gave points. So number 10 got 1 point, number 9 got 2 points, number 8, 3 points, and so on and so forth. And then we added them all up. So now we're going to go through and we're going to figure out what are the best Christmas movies according to Doc Doc Punch. So at number 3, Christmas Vacation with 15 points.
Dog.
All right.
And 0 points from Dylan.
Yeah. Charlie, you had these.
When I
totals.
think Christmas, it's Chevy Chase.
Love Christmas Vacation.
3
No,
of
you had the points. You want to announce the number 2 and number 1?
Number 2, we had a 2-way tie with 17 points. You know, are we doing like a drum roll? We got Elf and Spirited, the Will Ferrell 2-pack.
Right.
Bringing home the silver prize. You can't say Christmas without Will Ferrell. It is impossible to spell
Apparently.
without Will. He is the greatest gift under the tree. And our number 1, you could probably guess because it's the only one that appeared in all 3 of our lists with a whopping 21 points, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Dylan's love for Tim Burton really drove this one up the charts and made it possible to get that big score of 21, leaving things in the dust.
There we go. Well, this was fun. I liked this format. I had a good time. So, you guys have anything else to add to this?
This was a lot of fun. Hey, if you're looking for a fun movie to watch with the family and you have younger kids, I almost put A Christmas George, A Very Monkey Christmas on my list. It's a great watch with the young kids. And you want to talk about some good music? Christmas Monkey is one of the all-time best Christmas songs. And you can take that to the bank.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and wrap this one up.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this holiday season to talk about movies, Christmas movies with us. Let us know what your favorites are. It's always fun to hear people's favorite Christmas movies and maybe discover some that we didn't even know that we needed to see. So let us know in the comments, and we would look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you click that like and subscribe below that beautiful bearded Santa-ish man over there. Skinny Santa with the beard.
Good afternoon.
But all the jolly. Good afternoon.